Yo, what up guys? Welcome back to another episode of Loose Bolts. Today I'm going to go ahead and do a buyer's guide on the 300ZX. There's a lot of misconceptions about the 300ZX and what goes on with it, and is it a hassle to maintain? Is it reliable? We're going to go ahead and go over all those factors, so just check it out and stick around, like, subscribe, you know the deal, and let's jump into it. Follow me. One of the biggest things that I always hear about a 300ZX is that they're extremely hard to work on because of their cramped engine bays. Although that is true, yeah, they are extremely cramped. It doesn't make it necessarily hard. It's just more labor intensive. So, if you're a car guy and you like to take things apart and put them back together, ultimately that's what working on cars is doing. You're taking one thing off and putting it back together, either to improve it or just to repair it, what have you. Then that is part of the task of being a car guy. I mean, that's what you're gonna do. Ultimately, if this is something that you're gonna want to get as your first car, definitely make sure it's reliable. This one's just a project car, so I get to work on it on my free time, weekends, things like that. Not necessarily am I driving this every single day. And it's not even drivable at the moment, it doesn't have battery. But secondly, is the car reliable? The vehicle is gonna be reliable, so when you're buying a used car, in the end, the reliability is pretty sketch, I would say. Reason for that is because you don't know. If you buy a car without checking the oil, without checking the fluids, you don't know if it has that. So if you're just driving it without even checking those things, it's already sketch to begin with. After you check those things and you swap those things out, you replace them, you change the oil, or you do check everything and everything's fine, you know somewhat that the reliability will be there. But when you're repairing your car or fixing it yourself, the reliability is based off the job that you're doing. So if you do a bad job, obviously you're gonna get a better result and it's gonna be unreliable. As long as you're a reliable mechanic, your car should be reliable as long as you know what you're doing. You're not leaving it completely up to the car to kind of determine if it's gonna be reliable or not. Keep in mind, this is an almost 30-year-old car. So this is 91, so it's an almost 30-year-old car. What that means is all the rubber in this car is probably tarnished. It's probably dry rotted in one way or another, unless someone completely restores a 300ZX for you, replaces all the rubber components, plastic, what have you. Then, obviously a 300ZX was gonna be more reliable than if you just buy a used one. So the reliability aspect is based off the mechanic. Anytime you buy a used car, the reliability is sketch. Keep that in mind. Alright guys, so another item to bring up regarding 300ZX, if you're interested, is the Hicas. So what that is basically, it's called a high capacity active controlled suspension. What that does is basically counterphase the rear wheels from the front, so whenever you're turning at lower speeds, it makes it easier for supposedly parallel parking, but at higher speeds it makes you quicker at hitting corners or turns. Now basically, it kind of got phased out, didn't really work so well. And if you're interested in buying the 300ZX, this is something you kind of have to think about, or put in your head and kind of slosh around a little bit. Reason for it is just because it is prone to fail, being that this car is again 30 years old and the whole unit didn't really work so well. There are ways you can go ahead and just remove it completely, and your vehicle drives just fine. But it is one of the things to consider if you're interested in 300ZX. Are you wanting to remove something as a part of a car that once came with the vehicle? Or are you just wanting to keep it all original and just restore it completely? So again, one thing to think about, this is what the unit looks like in the front of the car. Again, it's just a solenoid base type thing. It is connected to your power steering, and what it does, again, control the rear axle. So one of the issues or a couple of the issues that can go wrong with this car is this car came with a lot of technology. Now what that comes down to is basically, yes, it's an older car and those items can break and give you grief, right? So it's almost like if one part breaks down each month for the next of a lifetime, you're probably never gonna be done fixing the car. We're not working on the car breaking down. We're not throwing our dice in that bucket. Basically what that comes down to, or what I just kind of made up, is that it's one of those things that over time things fall apart. That's going to happen. One of the things we want to do is make it reliable. We want to completely build it up, replace, restore, and make it even better than new. So yeah, I mean, this car has a bunch of vacuum lines, but if we swap all those vacuum lines out, and we know personally that those lines have been swapped out, less likely of that chance. But there's also ways of getting around it in case there is a vacuum leak. We can also figure that out. One of the great things about 300ZX is that it has the aftermarket following, or the best aftermarket support. And I say the best, probably not, but overall it's really big is what I'm coming down to. And what that means is you can find any part for this car no matter what it is, which is really great. Another drawback to that is that because it's such a sought after car for aftermarket modifications, it's likely that whenever you find your car that it has been tampered with. So keep that in mind. Someone has probably modified it before you, unless it's that one owner, one person car. It definitely can happen, but you know, how likely is that? Right? So just hitting on that again, it's just more or less we want to go ahead and build it up as it is. And again, I want to set that example of reliability for this engine. I want to show it some love and you know, get it to where it needs to be. Let's check out the next point. Another thing to look at when you're looking at a 300ZX is how low it sits to the ground. Now, the closer to the ground, the closer it is to grass, and the closer it is to grass, then more closer it is to rusting. So that is definitely something you want to check out. See where the vehicle is parked at. Now, if the car is parked in some grassland, something like that, that's definitely the first thing you should probably do. Find a way to get under there. I would even suggest speaking with the owner, having them put it on jack stand. That way maybe you can get a camera under there, your phone, just to kind of peep it out, just to make sure that there's no rust areas that you may be concerned with. One of the biggest areas for rust is the wheel well in the hatch, as well as just underneath these fenders. But other than that, again, I always recommend try to speak to the owner in advance. Let them know you're coming. Let them know maybe you want to get a wheel off. Another thing to check is the suspension of these cars. Mine's an old one, so I expect it to be shot. But overall, that is something that I would recommend. Just at least taking off maybe one wheel just to see what kind of condition it is in. Also, it'll help you negotiate by saying that the suspension may be shot. So let's go on to the next point. Alright guys, so another factor to consider, another great feature for a 300ZX is the T-top. Whenever you mention a 300ZX, everyone automatically thinks of the T-top variant. Now they do have a hard top, and they also have convertibles for those that are fascinated with that. Now ultimately the T-top gets a bad rep just because it is associated with leaking. Now that's partially true, but ultimately it comes back to the rubber outside of the car. It deteriorates and lets water inside the vehicle, then you have a swimming pool. So other than that, the T-tops look really great. You can take them off, remove them, have it as a convertible for those convertible guys. And ultimately, it's really cool. It's a really great feature to have. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I just want to make a quick video for some of the corrections that I wanted to make for the 300ZX. Again, a lot of people give a bad rep to the name, but ultimately it's just, are you going to take care of your vehicle or not? If you like what you've seen, did you get any value out of it, go ahead and like the video, subscribe for me if you can. But other than that, I'll see you at the next one. We're going to start lifting the car up, putting on jack stands, replacing out the exhaust. We're going to replace the ECU. We still haven't done that. And we got a lot of other things going on. There's just a lot to do on this car, which is really great. It's a lot of fun. We got to take out the whole suspension, do that as well. Swap out the brakes, just a mess of things going on, as well as the whole interior of the car, as you can tell. But again, stay tuned, check me out. See you guys later. Take care.